up about
Go ahead.
uh, marketing.
Mm-hmm.
But then I dished out, I think $10,000. Yes, ma'am, to do
Um,
marketing. Because this is my first book.
right,
I had no idea on how to move forward, to be
right.
honest. So I just figured, okay, I just need to spend the money I need to spend to get, the message out about the book. But all along, I'm thinking, okay, there has to be a better way. There has to be some kind of to-do list where it doesn't have to cost so much because 10,000, I think so far I have probably invested $15,000, I'd say.
Oh, I wish I would have met you prior to this.
And then the latest thing is the guy was asking about the audiobook, which I do want to do an audiobook. And so he just sent me something with I think it's like $3,500 to get the audiobook out. And I'm thinking, okay, I let me pump the brakes here and I,
Yeah.
I just said, let me pray about this and see, because I know there has to be a better way. So my friend Alicia, um, she sent me this earlier during the week. Would you like to do this? I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, absolutely. And so this is such a blessing. Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. And I've heard the story many times. I have been coaching authors, people that have sort of fell into this money train of offering or paying for fees that they can do themselves, and they
Hmm.
can take that money and really exploit their own marketing strategies.
Yes.
And so, it hurts me to hear that, because I want to ask you this question. Was it worth it?
So let me
Well,
it's not a simple answer. Let me say this.
okay.
I am a physician, so I am busy. And while I did write this book, and it was a very necessary book, for me especially, um, it took it took away all the extra that I needed to do.
Right.
So I would say that in a way, yes, it was.
Hmm.
But I'm also the thrifty doctor. I don't like spending money that is unnecessary.
Right. Right.
So so they have, let's see, they've done a whole bunch. Okay, I'm sorry, I was trying to get dressed so I could put my camera up.
Oh, okay. You're good. I have a couple of videos that I have set up, for their presentations, where
Mm-hmm.
it goes into detail. And so the good thing is that I'm getting a feel for, you know how to write your book, and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. That part you don't need. So I'm going to tailor this to your needs. Now, as it relates to KDP and uploading your book, that video, it goes into detail as to what you're able to do. Now,
Okay.
when you talk about audiobooks and that, it does get tricky only because you have to hire someone to facilitate that audio portion, and you have to listen to it to
Uh-huh.
make sure that it is capturing that mood or feel that you want for your book, right?
Uh-huh.
And so that takes a little time. You have to interview people, and they have to maybe record a chapter for you, and then you listen to it. And if you like it, then you would negotiate a fee for them.
Yeah.
Now, there are services and companies that they already have those people lined up, and you can just hire, the one that you choose. Um, but now what I've learned from Amazon, KDP is that they charge a great deal of money. However, the marketing is restricted in a way. And I say that because it's restricted. You're only going to promote on Amazon within their platform. Now, all of my books, especially my magazines, are distributed not only on Amazon, but Barnes and Noble, Target, Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably 20,000 book retailers,
Mm.
universities, and schools. The Harvard Bookstore. You can Google my name, books by Paulette Henson, and it'll show you all of my books and where they are. I have bookstores in Japan, Australia that have picked up my book, Canada, the UK.
That
And
is
so these
good.
are other bookstores. Um, just recently, my coloring books, I did some African American coloring books for young girls,
Mm-hmm.
and people in Germany purchased that book, which I'm
Oh,
thinking that there is an army base, a US Army base in Germany.
uh-huh.
So that would equate to those people purchasing my book. Maybe there's some Black families within that army base. And so I thought that was really interesting.
Yes, indeed. So that is awesome. That marketing package that I bought, they are, it actually does all the different, well, Barnes and Nobles and
Hmm.
other platforms where they're supposed to be marketing the book. They actually did, and I am not putting a plug in for them at all because I still
Okay.
feel like I feel I feel like it did not have to cost that much money. I feel
No.
like they're exploiting the fact that, self-published people probably don't know. Well,
Right. They
especially
bank on
somebody
that.
like me, exactly. So, and of course, I would much rather pour my money into, um, I'm trying to say this politically correctly, into my own folks. Um, you
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's my big issue with it. I can't lie, they are doing quite a bit.
Yes.
Like they set up a website, they're doing marketing like on social media and different places. Um,
Yes.
but
Hi.
again, I would
Mhm.
much rather do this, I'm enjoying this tremendously. So thank you, ma'am.
Okay. And good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Paulette Henson here. Your name
I'm
says Renewed
El
Spirit.
yeah, that's the company name. My name is Elisha Newton. I'm driving right now, so I can't change it, but I
Okay,
just
no
came from a
worries.
walk. I
Great.
was at a walk, a citywide walk for Houston for Girl
Okay.
Trek. So yeah, I'm
Awesome.
driving to go
Awesome.
to brunch. So I'm gonna listen, but I'm gonna turn my camera off because it's not a smart idea to do both.
Okay, no worries. Well, welcome. I was just getting to know Miss Kimberly, and we were just discussing her writing journey. And so, just really quick, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Elisha.
Alicia, tell me a little bit about where you are in your writing journey, and I'll go ahead and start the presentation.
Okay, I just put my name so you can see it. So my company is Renewed Spirit Publishing. Published my books. I just released my fourth book, How to Love Your Job Daily for Educators, 7 Secrets to Understanding Health Equals Wealth. First 3 books are You Are Powerful, You Are Powerful in Action, and Companion Guide to You Are Powerful, which are, the first 3 are children's books, but actually 3 and up, because it's resonating with adults too, because they're saying, I need this book for myself for a daily affirmational type thing. So that's the journey I'm on thus far. My 5th grade teacher told me I was a published author, so I've been a published author for a long time when I wrote my first book.
Yes,
But
awesome.
when I was an undergrad, I took a children's literature class, and my colleague, good friend, best friend, and I wrote a book. So that's in the Dillon University Library. But this is the first one as an adult.
Wow.
Starting with You
I
Are
didn't know
Powerful,
that.
yes.
Wow.
My background is education, so I taught everything from pre-K to adults, and an administrator at the district campus, and also higher ed levels for 26 and a half years, working for other folks in the last 2 years in my company, Renewed Spirit, because sometimes you need a renewed spirit.
Yes, you do. I love that. I love that. So just I sort of went into my background. I have been writing on a government level. I worked for an environmental agency for 30 years. I'm an entrepreneur. I held a beauty salon I owned for 12 years. I'm a licensed cosmetologist for 40 years. I retired about 11 years ago from that job. I went back to school and I got my business degree, got 2 business degrees in business administration. And as I said, writing on a government level, we were writing rules and implementation of those rules, environmental rules, as well as teaching. Just recently, I encompassed a professor teacher career at the local college in cosmetology. Since I've been retired, I started writing personal books, and as I said, I engaged from writing various books about cosmetology. One of my books is in the college. I wrote a course for the college. And so I just really started engaging into those areas of knowledge. Over time with writing, I dove into studying publishing and KDP and all of the videos and the resources. I just every day spent, 4 to 5 hours digging and reading and researching. So I am a research junkie. I do realize that. I can't get enough of education and information. Currently, I am in graduate school for adult education. And also, I have a Black Women Authors group, a Facebook group. We have about 4,000 members. I just started that group last year. And so with my marketing strategies, I've been able to, increase that group to 4,000. And so we're literally getting about 12,000 people looking at the group page in a month's time. So it has really flourished. I've tried to create a culture where we can all network and support each other. The webinars, I have a couple of podcasts for authors to promote their work. I have a globally distributed magazine. It's called BWA Magazine, where it features different authors on the cover, as well as author spotlight articles where authors can, create an article about themselves, promote their books, all of that. So it encompasses single pages of books and authors, as well as articles, as well as articles that I've written about writing and publishing. And so I know that's a mouthful because I've used my time. I just didn't want to work for a company forever. I wanted to engage in doing things that I wanted to do that was in my spirit. So this is definitely a God-driven assignment. And so I'm super happy to be here today with you, ladies, and to bring you to that next level. And so, Alicia, as far as your, so you've already published your book. So tell me what would be your questions or what are you looking to get from this? Because it's two of you, I can tailor this specifically to your needs. And so that way you're going to get what you need, from me.
Yeah. I actually just joined Black Women's Academy Association Academy last week,
Black
and I
women
saw
authors?
this, so that's
Okay. Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
that's how I got connected with you, and then I shared it with the doctors Kimberly Smith Dotery.
Yes. I
When I
love
saw that
that.
there was the 2-for-1, I was
Yes.
like, let me see if my sister is available because she is super busy. So it is an honor to have her on here.
Yes.
So
And
much.
Awesome.
This is awesome, Alicia.
so
Thank
yeah,
you very much.
so I relaunched You Are Powerful, and my marketing specialist and I are meeting Monday to get it on lulu.com and Amazon and everywhere books are sold. And I don't know that side of, because I'm just selling my books on my website right now.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot that I don't know about that.
Okay.
What should I be doing as I'm relaunching? She's gonna give me her expertise of what she does because she's an author
Okay.
who has an academy that she walks aspiring authors through becoming an author, and then people like me who already had a book.
Okay.
So
So,
that is part of what I need. And the other thing is just because I'm working on my 5th book, Light, which is the first book of the STEM series that I'm releasing 5 books.
mm-hmm.
I've worked with an illustrator already for the relaunch and also for this book, but I know there's some blind spots that I don't know that I have. So when I saw you and you said you're giving tips, I'm like, okay, I need to get on here because
Yes,
I need to make
yes.
sure I do it as efficiently as possible in the amount of time I have. And I
Right.
don't want to spin my wheels doing things that may not bring customers um, to purchase the books. And also because I'm a speaker and I do professional development, I'm using those components as a tool,
To
the
sell.
books as a tool for the professional development, but I
Right.
also want it to translate into dollars, and not just because I know it's needed. I needed to get it to the right people so that they know that the resources are available, which is my women who are in new leadership positions at the campus,
Mm-hmm.
district level, or higher ed. That's my background.
Okay.
Because they don't, sometimes we don't eat during the day as educators. And we do even worse as leaders in those different areas. So the
Right.
first thing I do with them is to say, eat well, hydrate well, and rest well.
Yes.
So I call that whole self health. And
Mm-hmm.
then when you have that, it's life work harmony and not work life harmony. So we start there and then
Yes.
say, now that you have the new position, what's next? Um, and then pick a mentor. We have a one-stop shop for them for mentors, whatever they need if they choose us.
Okay.
And then we coach take them to the process of getting a survey and learning if they are a good fit for us. We don't, because we don't work with
Right.
everybody.
Right.
And and also the last component is what are their short and long-term goals, and then walking them through that process so they could
Okay.
work with us for 90 days or 6 months or a year. It just depends.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm building it because I know that they're coming, and I have two contracts that are pending, with schools in Illinois and then schools here in Houston. So
Okay, great.
I, I know there's some blind spots that you can tell me about that I may have that I
Yes.
haven't.
So what I'm hearing is from both of you that you have your books already written, so you don't need that part of the writing part of it and how to develop your books, and it's really about distribution. And so when you're writing your book, you're going to the title of your book and your book description. Those need to be all like in sync. And what I mean by that is one, doing your research. Whatever book that you're writing about, whatever the subject is, you want to go on to Amazon, find books on that subject. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll share my screen in a moment. You're going to find books on that subject, and you're going to look at those books and look at the descriptions, especially the top 5. What is it talking about? Now, a trick of the trade is descriptions are not copyrighted, meaning that you can piggyback and use that description and tailor it to your book. What that's going to do is if let's say the top 5 books, let's say they have 10,000 or 20,000 reviews, you want to click on that to, read and see if you can tailor that to your book. When people are searching for that book, guess whose book is going to line up in that list? Because now you've tailored your description to that. Also, the keywords. Okay, keywords are triggers. They are what is going to drive that reader to your book, or that person looking for your type of book. And so keywords or key phrases, it doesn't necessarily have to be a word, it could be a phrase. So you want to start writing down those key phrases of your book. Those are triggers, and that's like the GPS to your book. Now, I'll share my screen really quick and give you an example. Let's see here. Let's go to, I'll probably have to go to Amazon, and then let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Alicia, so what's the name of your book, or what is the subject matter? We'll start with yours.
Just do the one that I just did the pre-order for, which is educator. It's for educators. It's called How to Love Your Job Daily for Educators. 7 Secrets
Okay.
to Understanding Health Equals Wealth.
So the subject matter is for so we're gonna say, let me see, okay, because that's gonna pull up your book. So the subject of your book is loving your job.
Right.
Is that the
Right.
core subject? Okay. So let's say books on loving your job. Let me just make this a little bit. I don't know why it's not a full screen here. Okay. All right. So this is how to find your new job, loving your job, finding your passion. That only has 3 reviews, 1,600. So the good part about, let's see, I'm going to type in yours. These numbers are low, which is good, meaning that you can exploit this market. And what I mean by that, okay, so for example, loving our kids' purpose, that's something different. Loving your job, finding your passion, work, and spiritual life. So I'm just gonna go here. Now, when you scroll down right in this area, I don't know why I don't have full screen, but okay. Let me move this over. You're gonna keep scrolling here, right here where it says see all details. You're gonna click there. Now this information, this one doesn't really tell us a lot, but it tells us these numbers here, it tells you how the book ranks. So right here, it says see top 100 books. So let's look there. These are the top 100 books: business, money, education, and teaching. I think this is going, I may have to go to your book specifically to pull up some books that are close to, I mean, I can use an example. So I'm going to use this children's book as an example. This might have some data. This book has 72,000 reviews. So we're going to go here. We're going to click here and look at the details of this book. Okay. Now, they rank number 3 in early childhood education, number 5. Now, this is the pathway. So if I
Where do
click,
you see the ranking? I'm not seeing it.
okay, hang on. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see it. I just didn't see that part about the ranking.
Okay, let me go back. Okay, right here where it says bestsellers rank. So this
Yeah,
book
it's cut off.
rank, it is?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me see. I can't really,
Or it might be on your phone, Alicia,
Oh, maybe.
because I can see it from my end.
Okay, look, I changed it to a widescreen. I can see the whole screen now.
okay. All right, so
Oh,
right,
I see it.
right
Uh-huh.
here, this gives you the ranking. Now, if we click here on early childhood education, this is a category. This information, this is the pathway, all of this information. Now, Amazon will only let you use 3 categories. You can email Amazon and say, you know, hey, I want the rest of these categories added to my book. This is the entire, so from early childhood education, you need education theory, funding, all of these, all the way down to teacher. Now I'm going to pull up, give me your title again to your book. And so let's see what comes up with yours specifically, and then we'll do one for Dr. Kim.
How to Love Your Job Daily for Educators. 7 Secrets to Understanding Health Equals Well.
Your job daily for educators. And what was the other part?
7 Secrets to Understanding Health Equals Well.
7 secrets to understanding health equals well.
Yeah, and equals is the equal sign.
Oh, equals. Okay. There we go. All right, let's see. All right, so let's see, where is it? Let's see if we go down.
Yeah, it's on my website. It's not on Amazon yet.
Oh, it's not here yet. Okay.
No.
All right, so this is what comes up as far as close to your book. Okay, we typed in your book name, and these are the books that are coming up close. Like I said, I'm looking at the number of stars, the ratings, because that gives me some information as to this particular market of books, which is good for you because the numbers are low, meaning that you can exploit this in a good way. I'm gonna click on, let's see. Let's go with this one. And we're gonna go. Let's see if we have any details that we can follow. All right, so here is the pathway, job hunting on the Kindle store. So I'm giving you these paths because these are categories. These are categories that you're going to use in your book description. So this particular book ranked 111 in job hunting in the Kindle store, 233 in career guides, 477 in job hunting. Now, what happens with getting this information and the ranking? Amazon, it's like a spinning wheel. So these categories and ranks change daily. I found this out because of another author who was looking to, she was driven on being an Amazon #1 best-selling author. But what I had to explain to her is that it's almost like you're at a casino. And when you put your coins in the slot machine, if those sevens come up, meaning if you upload your book at the right time and the right moment, then you will fall into that #1 category. But you don't know when that is. And so you have to literally launch your upload with your email marketing, telling everybody that you know about your book when it's going to launch. 2, uploading it at a time where it's going to get that recognition. Again, you don't know when that is. So researching what are the most popular times in your mind that people are on Amazon. Okay, they're on Amazon all the time. But let's say they're on in the evening after work, or they're on.
Yeah, educators are on Amazon in the evening for sure.
Right. So you want to launch your book. So your particular launch is going to encompass getting all of your educators rallied to know that your book is launching on this particular day, and that you want them to go on to Amazon. You're going to send them a link, or you can have them do a pre-order so that you can get your book ranked in these categories, or the categories that work for your book. Now, when I talked about descriptions, so this is a description, and you see how they're using phrases, they're using their description as well as phrases. Now with descriptions, and I'll pull up my book as an example. One of mine, let's see, books by Paulette. Okay, so this is my latest magazine, BWA. This is the April edition. I'm self-publishing, so the ranking and all of that, mine is a little bit different. Now with my book description, I am also adding the cover lady, Adia, Miss Adia, I'm adding her into my description. I'm tagging her so that when people are looking for her books or when her books pop up, this magazine is going to pop up. Okay. Building your author platform is key to this as well. But before I go into that, let's see if I have any details here. Okay, so I don't have very many details. This book, I think I did upload to Amazon. I am using two different platforms to upload. I use Ingram Spark, and Ingram Spark is a global distributor, and it also distributes on Amazon. Now, I do have books that have appeared more than once on Amazon because Amazon is also a vendor. Okay, they're a vendor of Ingram Spark. Ingram Spark puts my books out there, and then over 120,000 book retailers globally will pick and choose which book they want. Now, I've paid for marketing maybe twice for ebook to be on 4 major newsletters. IndieWire is one of them. There are 3 other ones that I can't think of right at this moment, but I can share that with you. And what that does is that they have email subscribers that it's over 50,000 collectively. And every new book that comes on, when I pay for that marketing, my book appears in that newsletter. So then that even further promotes my book to people everywhere. I have people in Nigeria, South Africa buying my books. So it's amazing because it's working. And the dollar amount that I spent, I only spent it, like I said, a couple of times. Once your name and your books are on these platforms, they're not going to take it down. So going back to your own marketing, if you are having events and you're selling, that is only one strategy of your marketing. Definitely create an author page on Facebook. Create a book page with the name of your book being a person on Facebook. I want you to look at your book as a product of your business. And so you're able to then go back, you can repurpose those books, you can relaunch them. If they're not doing well, you can change, make changes to them as needed. You can adjust the pricing as needed. Let's say you feel like you need to get more for your book. You can also always go back and make edits to your description, your keywords. You can always adjust that. So just be mindful of that. Now with my magazine, this is in the 2 million rank. So magazines are a little bit different, and because they're not really in a book level, the distribution is different. So me personally, I don't look at these numbers because this is just Amazon. So if you're ranking in this way, don't feel like, oh my God, my book is at the bottom of the ocean. It's only the Amazon ocean. Okay. Now, these are all, when I click on literature and fiction, this is one of my categories. This is the #1 book. These are the look, The Teacher, physiological thriller. Okay, or psychological thriller. Let's go. These are novels. So my magazine is not a novel, but it encompasses authors that are writing novels. So my books are sort of all over because I have, 20 or 30 authors promoting their work. This is the pathway to that. So I'm giving you these examples because this is what you want to look at when you are creating your book description. Let me look at one more thing here, my description. So I want to show you the metadata. Okay. Now, the metadata, it encompasses the title of your book. This is what you want to include in your description. Your keywords, the categories that are relatable, and your BISAC codes. Okay, so this is the standard book codes that all book retailers use when they grab your book. These are the codes that they use to categorize your book. And so I always include these because it's computers talking to another computer. So this is going to help to drive your book to the people that you need to go to. Okay, let's see who can see. I had a message. Okay. All right. So do you have any questions thus far?
So the marketing you did with the email subscribers, what is that again?
I don't have any questions. All of that
Okay.
is really good information.
Okay, so for marketing, I have began to use email, MailChimp. Okay, now for my email marketing, I started to use that. So I've encompassed all of my emails from the magazine and from the Authors Lounge podcast. So I've encompassed all of those people and people that just want to be a part of a BWA. And I host email campaigns. And so I will create, let's see if I can find something here.
I think you also talked about, you said something about paying for marketing with, so you get on like an email list and you stay there and it's distributing. I don't know, you said you've only done it twice a year. I'm not.
Okay, so
Yeah, but you said that.
with Ingram Spark allows you to market your book for
Oh,
to all of these sources, and it's only $150 if you have your account.
Ingram Sparks, okay.
Ingram Spark, yes. And so what that does is it distributes to all of these avenues. Now, Ingram Spark, you do have to be, you have to apply, and I'll go there really quick so you guys can
Yeah, they're
create
the
an
ones
account.
who are doing my book as well.
Yeah, because you really, like I said, publishing and the business of publishing is unfortunately a racket. And you have all of these people that have jumped into this and they're offering various services and they're nickel and diming you to death. Basically, that's what it is. And because again, they're banking on you don't have time to investigate and learn all of these intricate details. For me, I had time to dedicate and learn all of this, but it takes hours and days and weeks, not only to learn it, to put it all together and to comprehend it and learn how to apply it. So let me go here. I don't know what's wrong, why I don't have a full screen, but let's see. I'm gonna take this off and close. Also, you wanna, for your events, your book events, use Eventbrite as well. Eventbrite is a great way to promote your book fairs, your book sales. If you're doing a signing, you can, create your promotion ad for that and put it out there. Let's see, let me go. Okay, I'm gonna log onto my Ingram account. And so this is Ingram, their platform. And they have various different platforms for a business. They're saying that some people I've referred to were not approved by Ingram Spark for whatever reason. I am a business, and so I don't know if that's the criteria or not, because they do offer authors to upload and do business with them. So
I think both of us are on Ingram Sparks.
okay, awesome. That makes
Yeah,
it
I am too.
okay, good. Okay. So now when you go to promote my book, this is where you're going to your e-page listing, and it's 150 per ISBN. So you're advertising your book to thousands of bookstores and libraries through Ingram's distribution network. So here is the example of those newsletters I was telling you about. Each one of these, let's see, this is the e-page title list page. You have the World Reader newsletter. And let's see if it'll, let's see. Let me go back. Let's see, service orders. Let me see if, I don't know if this book was still January. Let's see if something is still on there, if they show it or not. Okay, so my book, so this is how it looks once you have paid and your book appears on this iPage. And this is what those book retailers are going to see. My book is somewhere here. And so this is going to be 150 per book. Okay. All right. So this particular book, BWA Black History, this was where my book appeared. Now, again, I paid for it twice. All of the retailers that have picked up my book, I don't even have to do it again. My new books just pop up. So you can do that as well, Miss Kimberly or Dr. Kimberly. You want to do that as well, because as you can see, it's 150. It's and your book is, there's your distribution. Now, when you, let's go back. E-commerce. This is something that is new. And this is a way to provide like little quick links for your email, for your Facebook page or your friends. You want to send them a link to your book. So you can go in and create a link. Let's visit the link. Let's see if it'll show me that. Link options. Okay. So you'll get a QR code that you can download. You'll get a copy and paste HTML that you can embed into your website where people can just click there and buy now. And then you also have your link. Now, with these, you can, let's say that you have a group, Alicia, that you're having an event and you want to offer everybody that event a special price, maybe cheaper than what your book sells for. This is where you can create a link or an adjusted price for your book. So let's say you want to create a link. It's going to tell you which, ask which one of these books you want to create. So let's see, I think they're going to ask me for a code or something. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so you're going to click on that. You're going to name your link. So this one is Cruising Classics. Or you can name it the name of your event. So that's your event that you're going to sell to. So it's going to give you the minimum purchase price for this book is $806. Let's say for that particular day, you want to charge $10 for your book. And it'll give you a compensation. This is what you're going to make. You can allow people to, purchase, I think it's 20 copies at most. Do you want to limit the number of books or do you want to limit the number of orders per link? So you can set that up how you wish. You can also set a date range. So let's say for that weekend, you can offer this link to your people. And after that, the link is no more. You can give them, let's say, 7 days to purchase your book at the sale price. So this is an additional marketing tool that you can use to sell your book. Now, what I also found with this particular strategy is the books are distributed quicker than if you were to go the other route in purchasing your books and then distributing them yourself. This one, they get the book in like 2 to 3 days. So I don't know if it's happened with you, but unless you choose like the rush printing and the rush mailing, it's gonna cost like 200 to 300 more in addition to, what your book cost. Just for them to, to have for you to say, yes, I want my book printed in a day, and I want you to mail it out at the highest mailing level. Meaning that I'll get it in a day or 2 days or something like that. So what they're doing, Ingram Spark, is they're jacking up those mailing costs and they're increasing the cost to print it quicker. Okay. Instead of going that route, unless you want to spend that money, you can do this for yourself. Let's say Okay, the minimum is $8.06. You're not gonna get a compensation, but you can order your own books from here and get them in 3 days. Okay, so that is a trick. They don't want you to know that, but that's a good
I
way
needed,
to save money.
I needed to talk to you 2 days ago, Miss Paulette. Oh my gosh. This has been the most frustrating thing with Ingram Sparks.
Yes,
So, having books for my book launch, it took them over 2 weeks to get me my books that
yeah,
I ordered as a rush order.
yes. And it's very frustrating because you're waiting to distribute. And so what I found is going this route, like I
Mm-mm-mm.
said, 3 days. I ordered a book Thursday of uh this week. No, Tuesday of this week. I ordered a book and it's scheduled to be delivered to me on Monday. So I did order it late in the day, but that's still a lot less than 2 weeks because
Without the
I've
extra
experienced
cost.
the same thing. Yeah.
Well, I'll be doggone. Now,
Now, now this is, although you've already done this, it's a learning lesson
yes,
that
ma'am.
now you can then still create a link and order books in your separate link and use that. Okay, and this goes for your ebook. Is it for ebooks? Yeah, ebooks as well. Now, let's see.
That is unbelievable. Mm-mm-mm.
Now, any questions thus far
No, this is
about
great.
Ingram
I
Spark?
don't have any questions. I'm just blown away by all the information you're sharing.
Yeah, so am I. So am I. Yes.
Okay, and so, this is why I do this because you know, everyone, we all need to know this. This is to help us to promote our book. So, with regards to Ingram Spark, again, that's gonna be your homework is to go onto your account, to click on your e-commerce section, and to create your purchase links. Now, that's going to be part of your marketing again to give to, you can use it in your email, your website, your events. You can create multiple links. Okay, let's say you're having a link for one event, you're having a book signing for another event, and you're having a party for another event. And each one of those events, you're going to have different pricing. You can offer sales. You want to make sure that your book is strategically priced so that you can make adjustments depending upon who you're selling to in that moment. Your marketing pool is you have your high end and you have your mid grade and your low end. So if you want everybody to create your book, and so I think a lot of times they get confused like, oh, my book needs to be $8.99. Okay, that's fine. You want your book $8.99. But who is your market? Who is your target? You want to make sure that you cover all targets that are applicable to your book. And it's just, and I always use the example of shopping. We love to shop, right? We love to buy shoes. Now, if we go to Neiman Marcus, we know that the shoes are going to be 500 plus. If we go to Nordstrom or Dillard's, they may be a little bit less, maybe like 200. But we may be able to find those shoes at somewhere else for 150 or $99. It's the same shoe, right? But it's different markets. So the people that only shop at Neiman's, they're going to pay $500. People that shop at Nordstrom, they're going to pay $300, and so on. That principle applies to books. Okay. You can have, even on Amazon, you go on Amazon, you're looking for something, you'll see 3 different prices. If you keep looking, you'll find the item for somebody else is selling it for a lesser price. It's up to the consumer to find the best price, right? On your end, as the business owner of your product, you want to place your products in all of those markets, but you also want to make adjustments as to how that is distributed to that market. So for your high end, you're going to stipulate that this book is for educators that are well established, that whatever the criteria is to attract those educators to purchase your book, you can create that link. And that link is for your high-end people. And they're going to buy it. Now, if they find it on Amazon for $9.99, okay, great, buy it. But the point is to have it out there and let people decide what they want to spend. But you're actually putting that, like you're going to distribute your book to, let's say, Dr. Kim, you're going to distribute your book to fellow physicians. So you're going to send all of your fellow physicians a link for that book. So they don't have to search around. Here's the link. And your book is going to be priced accordingly because they can afford it. Maybe you can bundle a journal or bundle something else. I often tell people, especially those that are in the magazine that are on the cover or they have articles, purchase the magazine. I'll give it to you at a discounted price. Have the magazine there with your book, because now you can bundle this magazine with your book. Give it to them for free. Like you get a free magazine with the purchase of the book. So now you've increased your inventory and you've added something else along with your book as a gift or as a promotion. Okay.
Yes.
Any questions?
This is great.
Well, I am so happy that I'm able to share all of this with you. Let's see, what else for marketing? We talked about descriptions and keywords. The metadata, let's see, hang on one second. Let me pull up some of these other books. Okay, so for this particular book, this is for the men. I created a Black Men Authors magazine. And it's with Omar Tyree. You can't see his face. I don't know where the cover is, but let's see if there's any. Okay, so here's my book description for that one. I am in the process of adding the metadata to all of my books. So it's time consuming, but the same with this one. Now, both of this book and the other Black History book was picked up in the Harvard bookstore. Now, Harvard has picked up all of my books only because I marketed this book and the other Black History book. I, wanted to do a Black History promotion. And so with the promotion, when you pay the $150, then it's going to promote for the next month. So you won't see your book in those newsletters until the following month. But then after that happens, they're not going to take your book down. Okay, so just be mindful of that. You could take, in your case, Dr. Kim, you have 5 books. You can promote all 5 of your books in those newsletters and just let them go. And all of those people, those book retailers will keep your book online like forever.
Okay.
Let me see. I want to show you guys something too about that I was talking about yesterday, and it's about your author page. Now on Amazon, you can create an author page. Did you know that?
I know they created an author page for me. I don't know where that page is, but
Okay.
I wonder if
Okay.
it's on Amazon. But yeah, could you show us just in case?
Yes. Okay. So let's go to let me see if it's on here. I'm gonna push this here.
Oh, that's with KDP Publishing, something like that.
Yeah, this is KDP. This is uploading your book onto Amazon, and this is for their particular platform. Now, have you all uploaded? You haven't uploaded on Amazon?
Yes.
You have? Okay. All right. Okay, so you already know about this. Let me see. Where's my author?
Well, you can go through it though, because this was all part of what they did for me. So I
Oh,
do this myself. They have the Amazon folks did this for me.
they did it for you. Okay, no worries. Okay, so I have created, let me see, I want video too. I did create a little recording of this, and I'll go ahead and
Okay, let's get started with our KDP publishing.
let's see.
So once you have set up your publishing account, you are going to see this page. This is your initial dashboard, which includes your bookshelf, which all of your books are housed here. The reports, which reports your sales. The community, which encompasses information that you can use as a resource, as well as marketing, how to market your book on Amazon KDP. Now, create, manage, and publish. This is where you are going to create your new book. Now, I have already started a new book, and so I'm just going to facilitate the setup practice for setting up your new title.
Are you guys able to see
In
this?
addition,
Yes, ma'am.
KDP has a Kindle Vella story, which encompasses short stories where people can read. And so people will go on and read pages of your book or pages, not necessarily your book, but stories. You can write
You know what, it's not
chapters out
moving.
of your book.
Well,
And
okay,
you
yeah,
can
because
allow
it
those
says
chapters
create,
to be
manage, and
read by
publish.
page. So as
Hang
you
on
can
one
see, I have
second.
a few Kindle Vella stories.
I think that this is going on somewhere else.
Now,
Hold
let's
on
go
one
back to
second.
our bookshelf.
I think I got
And
2 of these
The
going.
new
Let's see.
book that I am going to publish.
Okay, let's take that one off. And I could tell it wasn't moving.
Oh, you know what? Did you click share screen?
Now it's sharing. You are screen sharing. Okay.
I think you have to get off of what you were originally sharing and
And
then
then start
on-
again. Okay,
click on
let's
the new
try
thing.
that. All right, let's try that again because that I could hear it saying something, but it wasn't. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Let me go here. And then let's go. Okay, now, all right, so here, this should work.
Are housed here.
Yeah.
The reports, which reports your sales, the community, which encompasses information that you can use as a resource, as well as marketing, how to market your book on Amazon KDP. Now, create, manage, and publish. This is where you are going to create your new book. Now, I have already started a new book, and so I'm just going to facilitate the setup practice for setting up your new title. In addition, KDP has a Kindle Vella story, which encompasses short stories where people can read. And so people will go on and read pages of your book or pages, not necessarily your book, but stories. You can write chapters out of your book, and you can allow those chapters to be read by page. So as you can see, I have a few Kindle Vella stories. Now let's go back to our bookshelf.
And those stories have
And
to be at least, those stories have to be at least 600 words. So let's say that they're just a snippet. Let's say you want to write something to support your book, you know, a thought process or a concept. Then you can then create that in the Kindle Vella section, and people can read that and also include where they can get your book. Okay, that's just a little, another promotional thing you can do.
new book that I am going to publish today is called From Manuscript to Market, and it's a beginner's guide to crafting and marketing your book. So let's click on Continue Setup. Now, when you start your initial setup for your book, you are going to come to your first page, which is your ebook details. And in this case, I am going to upload an ebook. So you'll have 3 sections that you will have to complete in order to publish your book. First off is your language, your book title. You're going to input that information. Series. If your book has a series where you are writing a number of editions in a particular category, you're going to add that series here. And you can also name that series. So let's say you have a book and you're going to have maybe 2 to 3 books that will bundle with your initial book. You're going to add that series here. If your book has an edition number, you're going to add that edition number here. In this case, this is the first edition of this particular book. Next, you're going to add the author information, your name, and if your book is part of a collaboration, all of your contributors, up to 9 contributors, can be added in this section. Now, your description is going to include your metadata, which is the name of your book. And then we're going to type this from manuscript, or it's right here. So this is the name of the book, From Manuscript to Market. So I'm just going to cut this and paste it right here. Okay. And your title, your subtitle here, the author, the publisher, the publication date, how many pages, the format that your book is available in this case, ebook, and I'm also going to upload the paperback. Your categories and keywords. Now, I always add this information into my book description because it helps to drive those sales. It helps to reach more people, and that's what we want, right? Next, we are going to answer the questions. Do you own the copyright and hold the necessary publishing rights for this book? Or is this book a domain work, meaning that it's a compilation, or if it varies. If the book is domain in one country or region, but not another, you must identify your territory rights accordingly. So the domain relates to where your copyright and what country and what region does your copyright support. Primary audience. Is this book sexually explicit images or title? No. And what is the reading age? You want to choose the youngest to the maximum 18 plus. Next, we have our primary marketplace. In this case, we're going to go with Amazon.com. But on this pull-down menu, you will see that there are other Amazon facilities in other countries that you can select. Keep in mind that Amazon.com is the largest marketplace of all the Amazons worldwide. Next, we have our categories. Now here I have chosen biographies and memoirs, reference collections, general, and education and teaching for education. Now, should you need to edit your categories, you can always click here and it will give you options to either remove the categories you've selected or to just review and make sure that you are happy with those. So we're going to save those. Next, we have our keywords, very important. Now, your categories and your keywords are triggers to help people to find your book. So make sure that you use either phrases and or keywords in this section, and make sure that they are relatable to your book. Now here, pre-order. Are you ready to release your book now, or do you want to make your book available for pre-order and you would select either one of those choices? Now, when we've completed this page, we want to save and continue. Our next page is our Kindle ebook content. Here is where you are going to upload your manuscript. Now, in the ebook platform, your manuscript needs to indicate that it is an EPUB and it's available for a digital platform. That's what it's an electronic publication. That's what that means. So we've uploaded our manuscript. And here we're going to upload our Kindle ebook cover. Now your ebook cover is slightly different than your paperback cover because the ebook is only one page or the front half of your book. So this needs to be uploaded in a JPEG format or JPG format as a photo. So here I have uploaded my photo for this book. Now, the next question is this AI generated content? Here you want to select yes or no if you used AI tools to develop your book. In this case, no. Now here it's saying that this is the previewer, Kindle ebook previewer. It's saying that there are possible spelling errors. So let's check. Here we can launch our previewer and see what's going on. So this might take a couple minutes. And so we are just gonna pause really quick. Okay, so here our book has been launched into the preview platform, and this is what it's gonna look like. Here we're able to go through it and check it out. Okay, let's go to the next page. Here are the chapters. And this is where you're gonna just review, look at your book, see what it looks like. And what I do is go through all of it just to make sure the formatting looks good, the chapters look good, and it's how I want it to look. Okay, and we are going to continue. Okay, so it looks like here we have a page that we don't want. I don't know what that says or what that means, but I'm gonna stop this so we can correct that and we will resume. Okay, so let's get back. I had to make an adjustment to my manuscript, and so I have done that. And now I'm going to upload my revised manuscript here. So this will kind of give you some practice. If this happens to you, you can just go back and re-upload your manuscript. So let's go ahead and do that. And here, and we're going to upload it. All right, so it is there. We already have our cover here that's been uploaded. We've already answered all the questions. And for your Kindle ebook ISBN, for Kindle, you're not required to have an ISBN. Here, if you have a publisher, if you are an established business, then you want to insert your information here. So let's save and continue. And now it's going to prepare our file. So this will take a moment, so let's pause. Okay, so now our book is uploaded, our cover's uploaded, and we have answered all the questions on the content page here. Next, and our final page is our Kindle ebook pricing. So a lot of people get confused as to how to price your book appropriately. And I would suggest that you do your research. You want to look at other books in the same category that you are placing your book, or similar categories, similar genres that is relatable to your book, where you can then go and look at some of those books and research the pricing on those books. You want to keep yourself within a price range so that your book is more discoverable. So here we are going to select KDP Select Enrollment, which is a free 90-day program offered to Kindle eBooks. It offers you to run discounts and participate in promotions like Kindle Unlimited. So Kindle Unlimited allows people that are subscribed to Kindle Unlimited, they are able to read your book for free or at a discounted price. Our next section is territories. We want all territories, worldwide rights, which means anybody in the world can read our book. Now, the primary marketplace, we're going to select Amazon.com. Although if you decide that you want to promote and sell your book, well, in this case, only Amazon.com is available, but there are other marketplaces within